Grandpa rescues kids from collapsed house. An 11-month-old child and his older cousins were rescued by their grandfather when the foundation of their one-room concrete house collapsed and pitch destructed dangerously close to a nearby river in the parish on Saturday. Eric Francis told reporters that he had just returned home when he heard the sound of the house shifting. I heard the noise coming from the back just as I came off the road, and I jumped in the house and took out the baby first, then his cousins, he reported. The young child and his mother live in the house, which is located on Richard Kerr Crescent in Richmond. It appears the ground under the structure collapsed after prolonged rainfall between Friday night and Saturday. Francis said he had a similar experience 8 years ago when his house collapsed in the river. He did not indicate what caused the first incident, but theorized that blocked drains contributed to Saturday's disaster at his daughter's residence. He insisted that the structure was sound, but still no match for the volume of water that saturated the soil. I have never seen so much water rushing down, he said. Francis said the drains were blocked by tree branches that were cut down but not disposed of properly. He and his daughter are pleading for help for anyone who will offer it as they pick up the pieces. They are also pleading with the relevant authorities to clean the drains and properly dispose of all debris, including tree limbs. No decision made on Colsomoda's successor. No decision has been made by the governing Jamaica Labour Party JLP on who will replace Colsomoda as its standard bearer in St. Andrew North Central, reporters have been reliably informed. A report surfaced in the media on Sunday that senior advisor in the tourism ministry Delana Severite has been confirmed as Samuda's successor as the party's standard bearer in the constituency. However, reporters confirmed that no decision has been taken by the JLP. The Jamaica Labour Party's constitution reportedly requires signed-off from the party's operational council before standard bearers are confirmed. Sources said that a decision has not been made by the operations council. Severite was earlier this week appointed as deputy constituency chairman for North St. Andrew North Central following a vote by delegates. He replaced a former member of the Colsomoda-led executive who retired. JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Strong told a media briefing on Thursday last week that Samoda will not be contesting the next general election. Samoda, who is 82 years old, later confirmed the development but said he was surprised by the timing of Dr. Chang's announcement. Former cashier to return to court January for allegedly stealing almost $400,000. A former cashier who allegedly stole almost $400,000, which she collected on behalf of her employer, is to reappear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on January 5, 2025. Stephanie Facey, 30, of Linstead, St. Catherine, is charged with larceny as a servant. When Facey appeared in court on Monday, Parish Judge Conan Lamley postponed the matter as the court was dealing with another case. It is alleged that on April 5, 2023, Facey collected $374,500 on behalf of the Torpedo Loan Company in Linstead. She allegedly failed to lodge the money on the company's behalf. The matter was reported to the police, and following an investigation, Facey was arrested and subsequently charged. Over 200,000 taxpayers to receive $20,000 each on the government's reverse income tax credit initiative this week. Over 200,000 taxpayers who earned less than $3 million last year will receive their one-off payment of $20,000 under the government's reverse income tax credit initiative this week. Tax Administration Jamaica (TAG) says the payment to 216,207 successful applicants will be disbursed on November 25th through to Friday, November 29. Customers of the National Commercial Bank and Scotiabank who experienced delays earlier in the process will be among those receiving payment. The latest disbursement will bring the total number of individuals benefiting so far from the tax giveback to 290,912 taxpayers who total payment of $5.8 billion. TAJ is reminding beneficiaries that they will receive a notification via SMS text message or email advising them when the disbursement is made to the financial institution or remnant agency of their choice. Alternatively, successful applicants may use the track status of the application open on the TAJ's website. TAJ is also advising that only persons who have confirmed that the money has been disbursed should visit their financial institution or remnant agency. It adds that disbursements to financial institutions and remnant agencies continue to stay on track, with subsequent disbursements slated to take place in December and January, in keeping with the government's projection. Eligible individuals who have not yet applied are being reminded that the deadline is December 2nd, 2024. They will need to have at hand their TRN, valid banking information and telephone information or email address to complete and submit the online application via the TAJ website. The Reverse Income Tax Credit Initiative is designed for individuals, including the self-employed, pay-as-you-earned employees and pensioners, as well as domestic workers who earn less than $3 million annually and have completed their required tax filing and payments for 2023 calendar year by August 31, 2024. BOJ Governor General Blight says inflation is becoming more anchored in the bank's target range. Bank of Jamaica Governor Richard Blight says inflation is becoming more anchored in the bank's target range. He said headline inflation at October this year was 4.9%, which was lower than the 5.7% in September, while core inflation was at 4.5%, which represents the 16th consecutive month that the core inflation is below 6%. Governor Blight added that inflation expectations in Jamaica also remain on a consistent downward path.
Following the temporary impact of Hurricane Beryl on prices, inflation is becoming more anchored in the bank's target range. On the 15th of November, Statin reported that headline inflation at October 2024 was 4.9%, which was lower than the 5.7% at September 2024. This outturn was also lower than the bank's most recent forecast and was within the bank's target range. Core inflation, which excludes the prices of agricultural food products and fuel from the Consumer Price Index, was 4.5% at October, representing the 16th consecutive month that core inflation has been below 6%. The sources of inflation in the economy have been moderating, and inflation is projected to remain broadly within the bank's target range over the next 2 years. Inflation expectations in Jamaica remain on a consistent downward path. In Bank of Jamaica's September 2024 survey of businesses' inflation expectations, which was conducted over the period August 19 to the 13th of September 2024, respondents lowered their expectations for inflation 12 months ahead to 7.6% from 8.2%, a continuation of the declining trend since the middle of 2022.
Your opinions matter, Minister tells youth parliamentarians. Education and Youth Minister Senator Dana Morris-Dixon is urging young people to share with their ideas and recommendations on important matters impacting the youth that will help to shape national policy and other areas of Jamaica's development. It has only been a month since I've been in this new role, but I've seen and felt that our youth have an important role to play in whatever solutions we're going to find for this country, Dr. Morris-Dixon said as she addressed Monday's 15th sitting of the National Youth Parliament. The minister, who also had portfolio responsibility for skills and information, said she has been engaging with some of the 70 youth parliamentarians who told her about their brilliant ideas which would not be present on Monday's sitting. I want to say to you, keep at it and keep harassing me too and giving me ideas because they're very important. You had ways of thinking of things that I had not even thought of, and that's why it is so important that you are part of the process. Your involvement in national development cannot be overstated, and it is through your engagement that we will build the Jamaica as we aspire, a Jamaica that is innovative, resilient, and forward-thinking, she told the attentive youth parliamentarians. I want your help. I want your help in thinking through the issues that are facing Jamaica. I want those of you who did not get your topic on, I want you to put your proposal on the table and get it to me so I can see what you're thinking. Your voices matter. Your opinions matter to our government, she added. Dr. Morris-Dixon said further that the 15th sitting of the National Youth Parliament is not merely about participation, but about creating spaces where your voices are heard, where your concerns are taken seriously and where your proposals are given the value and respect they deserve. The topics you spoke on all have varying societal challenges around them and highlight the need for a responsive, progressive governance framework that is very much consistent with the challenges of the modern age. From exploring digital transformation in the context of public policy, social justice matters, from constitutional reform to addressing non-communicable diseases among youth, you are demonstrating that you are not only aware of the issues at hand, but that you've both enabled and ready to lead the charge for meaningful change, she stated. The Education Minister added that she was particularly excited that the youth parliamentarians were not only talking about the problems, but presenting solutions pertinent to the future of the nation. She noted that topics they choose are important and were approached with a level of insight and creativity that is nothing short of inspiring. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.